Given the circumstances, did you like the way your team came out to play?
There's aspects that I liked. There's certain areas of the game that we've been horrible at for a little while. Go back to the last game, last two games. We're giving up 21 points off turnovers both games. We reduced that a little bit today, so that was good. I think we gave 25 points up in our last game off O-boards. We had a similar sort of issue with Cairns as well. So, I mean, giving up 46 points off stuff that you can control, you're putting yourself way back. So tonight, or this afternoon, we were able to rectify those aspects a little bit. And guys played some good basketball. And, it's good to be winning. It's good to get a win. We needed it. But we got to close game out a hell of a lot better than that.
Does that take the gloss off the first three quarters a little bit, the way that fourth quarter played?
Yeah, it does. For me, it does. It's going to be on my mind for the next 2.5 hours driving home, because it's another aspect of the game that we've struggled with and that we continue to work on, and we want to see some results from it. And this is a little bit different circumstance when you're up and guys. Different mentality. You're feeling like you're at home, or you've got the game covered. But we've got to be able to transport ourselves into a position where we're 12 points up. We're playing Melbourne United, and there's 3.5 minutes to go, and we have to come out and execute on every play. That's where we've got to be able to transport ourselves, and we weren't able to do it tonight, and that's disappointing. It's a lost opportunity for this team to be better. It's a lost opportunity for this team to close out a season in the right manner. And God forbid if someone ahead of us falls over really badly and we're able to equal the record with them, and that we don't get in because we didn't win by enough today, then there's another aspect to that as well.
That sounds like it's going to be a frustrating drive home.
It's all in my head, and now I've given it to the rest of the world. But look, there's a lot to like as well, and there was a little bit to like in the last game as well. So there's a lot for this team to continue to drive forward with. We've got some goals to get better over the next 3 games.
Two of the big positives was Xavier, his game as the point guard, and he looked like he was enjoying himself and feeling good out there, and you're able to get Joe really involved, and he dominated for large patches as well. Yeah,
I thought Joe particularly was great. We ask a lot of him. He's come over to Australia to develop his game. Watching back our New Zealand games during the week, he just didn't command the ball early in the season. He was trying to find himself defensively. We were running different sorts of coverages for him to try and find where his comfort levels were. And, to see where he's at right now, he's a dominant low post force in our league, and that just wasn't the player we had early in the season. So great job by him to become that guy. I still think we can get him a bigger tank and that we can run him a little longer. But he does spend a lot of energy out there at the defensive end on the pick and roll. So, we got to tip our hat when he plays like that. That was a great effort. X was good, and the man next to me was good, but the guy I really loved was Owen Foxwell. I just loved his game, and you're handing out MVP votes. From what I want to see, he probably gets the votes.
Can you just expand on that a little bit? Because he's a guy that has been patiently waiting for a chance, and the last couple of weeks you've been willing to throw him out there in some big situations, and he looks like he's ready for it.
Look, he's a kid. He's about to go off playing the under-20 nationals. He was sitting down doing his VCE when he joined us, and he's had to bide his time. Injuries create opportunities for guys. What we're seeing on the floor the last 2 games, we've seen at practice for the majority of the year. And, really proud of how he's presented himself. Some commentators thought it was a little bit reckless to throw him into the game early last time. I think he's proved them wrong. And, good on him. We know what he's capable of. All our players know what he's capable of. I don't think he's surprising us too much. He's definitely surprising a few opponents. But his defensive intensity, his ability to get into the ball, create a little havoc, turn guys over, his court generalship, his ability to run teams needs to be improved. And that's where, you know, from where we had him at the start of the year to where he is now, there's been gains, but that's going to be the next level for him, is to be really able to run a franchise or run a team. And I'm looking forward to watching him at the under-20 nationals, because I think he's going to get that opportunity to sort of just take a team under his arm and really, lead from the front. And yeah, he's a good kid. Can't speak highly enough of his performance tonight.
Izayah, can I get your thoughts on Melbourne as well? Because you've been in that position where you're a young guy trying to find your way on a team. I mean, and you've battled against him in practice a lot now over this season. What have you made of his progress?
Yeah, he's just stuck with it. I mean, his work ethic is, just unbelievable, and he sticks to it. Every day he comes in and makes all of us better, and, you know, I'm just so happy for him. And I was once in that position too, so I know what it feels like to, you know, just be buying time and waiting for your time, but, you know, he's made the most of it, and I know great things lie ahead for him.
You played well today as well yourself. Did you enjoy things out there? And are you similar to Simon, where the fourth quarter leaves a little bit of a sour taste, even though you still played well for most of the game?
Yeah, you know, rather win ugly than lose, but I think there's definitely room for improvement, and I know we'll get back to film and have a look at the little things that we did wrong and get back to it. But I thought, you know, rebounding was pretty good for us today. You know, the past games we've been struggling, and giving them 4 offensive rebounds is pretty good. So, yeah, we'll just get back to it.
You've got a week now until you play again. What are you looking forward to getting out of the last couple of weeks of the season from here, Izayah?
Just enjoying being around, you know, all the boys and having fun playing. It's a special group, and that's basically, you know, just having fun with each other and just leaving it all out there for the last few games we have left.
What do you want to see, Simon, from these last 2 weeks? And now, I guess it's probably not an ideal time to have 7 days to have in between games right now. You probably prefer to keep playing.
I think the group needs a little rest. You know, it's been a rough year for everybody, and you know, you've seen fluctuations in form for a lot of teams. Ours has been an extended downturn, so it was nice to turn that around a little bit today. You know, what I'd like to see is what we performed for, you know, the first 3 quarters tonight, and just having the mental capacity to do it for 4 quarters, do it for 24 seconds per possession. You know, to come out of the timeout, be able to execute a play, not turn it over. Just those little things that we've struggled with throughout the course of the year. You know, like, these are issues that go back way back to round 1. It's not like it's been, you know, since we started losing. You know, we were up by 14, 15 points in a lot of games, and we'd win by 6. Then we were up by 9, 10 points, and we'd lose by 3. So this is ability to put our foot on an opponent's throat and close out end of quarters, close out games, has been something that we've lacked. And you know, I'd love to see us at some stage over the next 3 games perform that in all games if we can.
Thank you, guys. That's it from me.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
Thanks.